joined by head coach Cliff Godwin and players Ben Newton, Jake Kuchmaner, and Bryson Wong. We'll let coach open up with statements and then we'll go to the players for questions.
Feel for these guys here because we wouldn't be where we are today without these guys. Group of leaders that even when they weren't playing led our group, and they gave us everything they had as our team did. 14 and 13, man, won 20 in a row, won the regular season, won as many games as the 2019 team did in the regular season, then won the conference tournament, and then won a regional and got a chance to host the first Super Regional on campus here at Clare Stadium. And just we weren't quite good enough. And yesterday was our day to do it, and we let it slip away. We just didn't play quite good enough. Texas is really good, and for everybody, these young men do it the right way. And I don't care if I don't ever coach in the College World Series as a head coach. That's not my job. My job is to develop young men and to make them into better people, and our culture is the reason we survived this year. I mean, we lost our number one for the season and Cooch for 2 months. I mean, Cooch is hurt and Cooch is pitching hurt, and he wanted to do that. So not many teams in the country could lose your number one and number two and do what we did, and I'm just so proud of them. And it hurts. Well, man, I mean, it hurts worse. I've been in their shoes when I played my last game in a Super Regional, and just wish I could have done more. But bad stuff happens to good people every single day, and they did it the right way, and they have nothing to hang their heads about as our team doesn't. So, but we're going to keep knocking on the door till we knock it down.
Questions for the players?
Bryson, just how do you kind of sum up your emotions right now? Fifth year senior, can you put it all into perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing. Looking back at the season, we had a great season. Got to host the Super Regional here on campus, like Coach said, for the first time ever. Obviously not the result we wanted today. Just wasn't our day, but yeah, it's disappointing.
Jake, with the way you were able to come back and be able to throw today, what's that like to be able to finish out your season pitching?
I don't know. I guess it's more just wanting to do it for the guys. Wanting to get back out there with them. It sucks not being a part of it, but finding a way to be a part of it from the bench or from wherever. But you want to be in it. You want to be in the fight with the guys. So that's something that I wanted to work myself back into.
For you down the stretch, I mean, it sounds like you weren't quite 100%. So what was kind of that mental battle like, trying to, like you said, get back in the fight, but also not being yourself? Maybe?
Yeah, I mean that thought's definitely there. Of it's painful, but I gotta. If I'm gonna pitch, I better be able to pitch and not blame that on anything or anything like that. So. I guess it's just, I don't know, flipping the switch of it might hurt, but whatever, keep going. That's funny, yeah, but yeah.
Any question?
Ben, for you coming as a JUCO guy, spending a few years here, just what did this place mean to you? Getting acclimated to East Carolina and the culture here.
Yeah, the acclimation wasn't easy at first, but when you look at it now, it's worth every blood, sweat, and tear. It's a great university. It's a great baseball culture. It's a great crowd. It's everything you want out of college baseball at ECU. I mean, just looking back at this year, what we were able to do, it's probably the most fun I've ever had on the baseball field this year. Even in moments where there was struggle, this group, we really came together this year. It was a really fun team to be a part of. Each individual had moments this season that helped us get here, and to host a Super Regional at home. I'm just extremely proud of this group.
You guys this season had pretty much everything. I mean, a lot, especially the way you guys ended the year with just just how you played was incredible. So when you look back at like that journey, do you think that a lot of good things will be able to stand out from this body of work you guys put together?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
think for me, it's passing that on to the next group, and for them to realize that it's about the relationships you have with each other first. Like, you're not going to be a good team on the field unless you trust each other and you spend time with each other. So hopefully that gets passed down and continued on for the years to come.
Bryson, how much did that rain delay affect you guys to, start the game, the inning, and then have to have such a long, was it 5, 6, I lost track how many hours it was, but how did that affect the team?
I don't think it really had a big effect on the game. They come out and punch us in the mouth right to start with. They did that again as soon as we came back from the rain delay. And we didn't really get it going offensively pretty much the whole day. So I don't think the rain delay really had any effect on how we came out and played. I think we still were ready to play when we came out. Like I said earlier, just wasn't our day.
Any more questions for the players?
Bryson, it seemed like the crowd was again trying to get you guys ready, but how tough is it when you're down, 9-1 to string together that many quality at bats and kind of get back into the game at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy task, but definitely having that crowd in the game, no matter what the score is, no matter the rain delay, having that crowd there to always support us throughout any situation, it's an awesome feeling.
I'll do it for the players. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Rose.
Yeah, I just want to say, I forgot to say this, but man, the Super Regional crowd was unbelievable. Our fans, and I've said this before, but it was deafening on the field yesterday and on Friday, and I just thank Pirate Nation for everything they gave us, man. It was unbelievable. And, the fact that so many alums, and I told Eric Backage and Nick Schnabel and Chad Tracy and Schumacher in my office and Kevin O'Sullivan during the rain delay, I was like, even if we don't win, man, just so many people came back, and so many of the Coach LeClaire tree and even before were here, and if nothing else, the relationships that we have in that tree is pretty special. And I just appreciate my family here at East Carolina because it is special. And Pirate Nation was awesome. I mean, the people that stayed here, we're getting beat 11-1 and still going purple gold chance. It's not many places in the country can say that, so really special.
Coach, it's always hard when the season comes to an end, but you talked about this being the most player-led team you've ever had. Does that make it that much tougher?
Man, they're all tough. This is the closest that we've ever been to punching our ticket, for sure, to be at home. And, I don't know why. Only God knows why. And look, I'm not going to question him because he's been with me this year, and you guys don't know half the stuff that went on behind the scenes, some personally, some professionally. And just the way these guys came together is special. I'm good. If anybody else got any questions, we'll be fine.
You mentioned, the guys are tough, and there's probably nothing more tough than the way some of these pitchers are able to throw. Like, Garrett Saylor just coming ahead and throwing 4 innings. I guess, what does that say about that group that's just kind of willing to go out and do that?
Well, I'll pick on Aaron Fitt and Kendall Rogers. We don't have a chance. We don't have any professional prospects, and just got a bunch of grinders. Texas is full of a bunch of first-round draft picks, I'm sure, and they're so much more talented. But I tell you what, they had all they wanted here in Greenville, especially the first 2 days, and we just didn't have enough to get them yesterday. But like I said last year when we lost at Vandy, if I don't ever coach in the College World Series as the head coach, I'm okay with that. I don't need that for my ego. Some people need that for their ego. I don't. And the good Lord put me on this planet to be more than just be a coach that has accolades, because when we leave this place, you ain't taking those rings and those championships with you.
Coach, can you talk about putting Cooch in for the night tonight?
Yeah, just look, man. The guy's going to go down as one of the most decorated pitchers in East Carolina history, and he wanted to go out there, and I wanted him to go out there, so it was special. And I mean, he got a standing O coming out, so it was awesome.
Coach, you look at this year's team, you know, should have a lot back for next year. I know maybe you don't want to look to next year yet, but I feel like you do have to be excited just about the way they played down the stretch and gelled.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, this year was hard, especially at the beginning with just the adversity we had. But yeah, we got a lot of guys that I feel like are on our roster that can help us continue to move forward, and some incoming guys as well to help us. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable what Coach Knight and the pitchers did this year with really no rotation, and to be where we are right now. So excited, but we got to get better to get where we want to go. But we're doing it the right way. As I said last year, we're doing all the right things, and you know, I think it took Tim Corbin 9 years, so going into my 9th season next year. So hopefully that's the magic trick. But once you knock it down, it's a lot. It's not easy, but it's easier, and a lot of people talk about that.
One more question? Good to go, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.